Prince William and Kate Middleton criticized for abusing power. Prince William and Kate Middleton have been put in the hot seat. That's because they are getting criticized for abusing their supposed royal power. This all has to do with the Prince and Princess of Wales's decision to move into the Forest Lodge and evict tenants while they were at it. Prince William and Kate Middleton criticized for abusing power. If that weren't enough, Prince William and Kate Middleton supposedly pushed residents into a 1-mile detour to buy their Christmas trees this year. Graham Smith, chief executive of anti-monarchy campaign group Republic, put it this way: the Christmas trees issue might seem silly, but the point is this is all public property and William should not have been able to close those roads and close access to that land. It's not his to do what he wants with. He added, he's also forced two families to move out of their homes. They were relocated to other places on the park, but this is just another example of William just basically sticking two fingers up to local people and then just grabbing land that isn't his just so that he can move from one house to another. So it's just an abuse of power and privilege for me. Clearly, royalists on the internet had a lot to say about this subject matter. Some even commented with, "It's about time the Brit press is calling them out." But just look how far they were able to push it before it happened. Royal family news: are William and Kate really abusing their power? Another critic wrote, "Welp, no one is stopping them. They've been given the all clear. It's beyond gross and looks terrible though." And then there was this comment as well: they want what they want and take it. Very much like many of the elite destroying the world right now for their own gain. Not a kind or reflective bone in their bodies. So far, Buckingham Palace has not made any comments about the matter just yet. In the meantime, drop us a line with your thoughts in our comments section below. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with the royal family right now. Come back here often for all the royal family spoilers, news, and updates. In the grand theater of modern monarchy, Prince William and Kate Middleton stand beneath a spotlight brighter than any their ancestors could have imagined. It is not the soft glow of candlelight bouncing off palace walls, but the relentless glare of cameras, commentary, and public judgment. In this arena, admiration and criticism coexist uneasily, and at times, the applause gives way to accusation. Among the sharpest of these accusations is one phrase that echoes across headlines and comment sections alike: abusing power. But power, like a mirror, reflects more than it reveals. The weight of a crown without a throne. Prince William and Kate occupy a curious position in history. They are heirs, not rulers, symbols, not lawmakers. Yet symbols, when elevated high enough, begin to feel like forces. The public watches their every step, how they speak, where they travel, which causes they champion, and which they ignore. When William speaks of the environment, some applaud a future king with a conscience. Others mutter that such words carry undue influence, that a man born into privilege lectures a world he has never truly known. Kate, often praised for elegance and restraint, faces a different but equally sharp blade. Her silence is interpreted as strategy, her presence as endorsement. When she wears a designer dress, critics see extravagance funded by taxpayers. When she repeats an outfit, they accuse her of calculated humility. In this paradox, even breathing feels political. Thus arises the charge of abusing power, not through decrees or laws, but through visibility. Soft power and the modern monarchy. The power William and Kate wield is not written into constitutions. It is soft power, the ability to shape narratives, legitimize causes, and draw attention simply by showing up. A visit to a struggling community can bring hope or resentment. A patronage can elevate a charity or eclipse grassroots voices. Critics argue that this influence, unelected and inherited, is inherently unfair. They ask, who gave them the right to shape public discourse? In a democratic age, the idea that birth alone grants such reach feels, to some, like a quiet injustice wearing a polite smile. Supporters counter that the couple uses their platform responsibly, championing mental health, early childhood development, and environmental stewardship. Yet even virtue becomes suspect when filtered through privilege. The same actions praised in celebrities are scrutinized in royals, because monarchy itself is a reminder of inequality carved into tradition. The illusion of choice. One of the more poetic criticisms leveled at William and Kate is that they choose when to engage and when to retreat. They can speak on safe issues and remain silent on controversial ones. This selective engagement is framed as an abuse of power, not because they speak too much, but because they can afford not to. When social unrest brews, when political tensions rise, their silence is sometimes louder than speech. Critics interpret this as self-preservation disguised as neutrality. Supporters call it constitutional restraint. The truth, like most things royal, lives somewhere in between. Kate and the gendered gaze. Kate Middleton's power is often described as invisible, yet it is intensely scrutinized. She is expected to be modern but not radical, warm but not outspoken, influential but never authoritative. When she steps into initiatives around early childhood, critics accuse her of softening serious issues with maternal imagery. When she asserts expertise, she risks being labeled as overstepping. Is this abuse of power, or society's discomfort with a woman who holds influence without permission? Kate's presence challenges old archetypes while being trapped within them. Her power lies in consistency, symbolism, and restraint, qualities often undervalued until they are feared. William, heir to a broken conversation. Prince William inherits not only a crown to be, but a legacy complicated by history, empire, and family trauma. When he speaks, he carries the weight of his grandmother's reign and his mother's memory. Critics argue that invoking these legacies to maintain relevance is itself an abuse, emotional capital drawn from national affection. Yet William often appears caught between eras, too royal to be relatable, too human to be untouchable. His attempts to modernize the monarchy, streamlining operations, focusing on impact, are sometimes seen as corporate rebranding of an outdated institution. Is reform from within a genuine effort, or merely preservation with better optics? Power or projection? Perhaps the most uncomfortable question is this: are William and Kate abusing power, or are they reflecting society's unresolved tension with hierarchy? In a world increasingly skeptical of inherited privilege, the monarchy becomes a canvas for collective frustration. Economic inequality, political disillusionment, and cultural change all find an easy target in a well-dressed couple waving from behind gates. The accusation of abuse may say as much about public anger as it does about royal behavior.